good afternoon, good morning. I'm Silvio Monfardini, the chairman of the project on the history of European oncology uh, of the European School of Oncology. I had the chance, I was lucky enough to meet the European precursors of medical oncology. Medical oncology means medical therapy of tumor. In my youth, I met Georges Maté in France, Gianni Bonadonna, of course, he was my master, Henri Tagnon, but also many others, medical, European medical oncologists. So in beginning 2020, I begin to think to an history of the European medical oncology first, to hold memory of all these key players in oncology. Then, and I wrote an article for the ASCO Post. ASCO Post is a journal of the clinical American Association of Clinical Oncology. Then I begin to think that it was right to have an history of all European oncology, meaning surgical oncology, radiotherapy, medical oncology, of course, therapy of tumors. And so I contacted Alberto Costa, the CEO of the European School of Oncology, because I knew that in the previous years he had been collecting a series of interview of prominent European oncologists, and he agreed with my proposition. And after 2 months only, this project on the history was approved by the editorial committee by the board of the European School of Oncology, and an editorial committee was instituted, composed by international European experts in oncology. There was immediately an agreement on looking at the major achievements in Europe in the field on oncology. And it was agreed also to have an online project. We excluded the possibility of having a book. We choose a site, an Oncoline project, because this can be updated and allows easy interactions. The task of collecting the contribution was given to medical writers, but we also asked for a contribution the key players in Europe. Of course, those who are still alive. The contribution was made also on literature search. But why particularly focus on European oncology history? There are some factors. First, factors explaining the difference between Europe and the United States. In Europe, we have a strong healthcare system, and with research dedicated to health issue in the field of oncology. Of course, we have also clinical research, experimental research, translational research, and epidemiology, while in the USA, I would say there is a centralized industry research. Take into account that there is also a mistaken belief of the USA superiority in the field of oncology confronted with the European one. We thought also that this history could be beneficial to young clinical oncologists entering into the field. And the final consideration is that this is our community. We began with addressing our attention to the various cancer types, I mean, breast, colon, prostate, lung, I mean, the big killers, but then dealing also with other neoplasia. Also, we dealt with translational research contribution, epidemiology, history of the European organization. And within this context, we also try to construct some small biographies of the characters of the key players, and also information on the cancer hospitals, cancer institutes where the discoveries took place. I will end this short address, inviting you to go on Oncopedia to see what have been done. The work is in progress. The site is www.oncopedia.wiki. That's all.